There is a fascinating scientific truth about your body. The vast majority of your cells are replaced over the course of about a decade. This means, in a very real sense, you are not the same person you were 10 years ago. Yet, for so many of us, as we move past 60, we can feel stuck. Stuck in a body that feels a little stiffer, a little more tired, a little less vibrant than the woman we know ourselves to be inside. It's a quiet frustration. The feeling that your own reflection is starting to tell a story that doesn't quite match your spirit. We're not talking about wrinkles or gray hair. We're talking about the subtle loss of energy, the dimming of a certain light. Today, we are going to talk about how to gently, naturally, and beautifully reclaim that light. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and for over 15 years, I've had the privilege of helping women navigate the incredible changes in their bodies with clarity and compassion. This space is our sanctuary for just that. If you believe in aging with grace, strength, and vitality, I'd be so honored if you'd subscribe and join our growing community. And please take a moment to tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? I absolutely love knowing where this community of strong, wonderful women comes together from all corners of the world. Now let's talk about feeling younger. Not through procedures or quick fixes, but through a profound shift in how we inhabit our own bodies. The first and perhaps most powerful secret to this is what I call the posture of vitality. So often we overlook our posture. We see it as a matter of etiquette, something our mothers reminded us of. But it is so much more. It is the physical framework of our confidence and our energy. As the years go by, gravity, old habits, and a weakening core can begin to pull us forward and inward. We start to carry ourselves with a slight slump, our shoulders rounding, our chin dipping. It's a slow, almost imperceptible change, until one day you catch your reflection in a shop window and think, "Is that me?" It's a posture that can make us look and feel older, more tired, and even less approachable. It closes us off from the world, both physically and energetically. I remember a patient of mine, a lovely woman named Carol. She had been a passionate gardener her whole life, but in her late 60s, she found that hours spent tending her roses left her with a deep, nagging ache in her upper back. More than the ache, she hated the feeling of being hunched. She told me, "Emily, I feel like my body is folding in on itself. I don't feel open to the sunshine anymore." The science behind this is quite simple. Think of your spine as a beautiful string of pearls. When your core and back muscles are strong, they act like a sturdy, flexible cord holding those pearls in a perfect, elegant line. But over time, if we don't actively maintain those supporting muscles, the cord slackens. The pearls begin to collapse onto one another. This not only makes us appear shorter, but it also compresses our internal organs. It can restrict our lung capacity, making our breathing shallower, and even affect digestion. We are literally giving our vitality less room to exist. So, how do we restring those pearls? With a simple daily practice. I'm not asking you to go to a gym. I'm asking you to find a clear wall in your home. Stand with your back against it, your feet about 6 inches away from the baseboard. Gently press your lower back, your shoulder blades, and the back of your head into the wall. Now raise your arms out to the side like a cactus, with your elbows bent at 90 degrees. Try to keep the backs of your hands and arms touching the wall. Then slowly breathe in as you slide your arms up the wall, and breathe out as you slide them back down. Do this just 5 to 10 times each day. This simple movement awakens those dormant muscles in your upper back, gently stretches your chest, and reminds your body what it feels like to be aligned and open. The benefit isn't just that you'll look taller and more elegant. You will breathe more deeply. You'll feel a sense of lightness in your upper body, and you will project a quiet confidence that is undeniably youthful. Carol started doing this every morning. Within a month, she told me she felt like she had unfurled. She was back in her garden, feeling not just less pain but more joy. She was open to the sunshine again. Now that we're standing taller, let's talk about how we move through the world. This brings us to our second point. Reclaiming the fluidity of a youthful gait. Think about the way a young person walks. There's an effortless swing, a bounce in their step. As we age, our walk can change. It can become more cautious, shorter, even a bit of a shuffle. We might feel a stiffness in our hips or a sense of instability that makes us watch the ground instead of the world around us. This isn't just about mechanics. It's about freedom. A hesitant gait can shrink our world, making us turn down a walk on an uneven path or a stroll on the beach. I think of my dear friend Margaret, an avid walker. She found herself avoiding her favorite park trail because it had a few gentle, grassy hills. She said, "I just don't trust my balance the way I used to. I feel fragile." That word, fragile, is the enemy of a vibrant life. What's happening in the body is often a combination of two things: joint stiffness and muscle imbalance. Our joints, especially our hips, are lubricated by something called synovial fluid. The best analogy is that it's like oil for a hinge. The more you move the joint through its full range of motion, the more of this lubricating fluid it produces. When we become more sedentary, the hinge gets rusty. At the same time, years of sitting can cause our hip flexor muscles at the front of our thighs to become tight and short, while the powerful glute muscles in our rear can become weak. This imbalance pulls our pelvis out of alignment and dramatically shortens our stride, forcing us into that less stable, shuffling walk. The solution is wonderfully gentle, conscious, fluid movement. Every morning before you even get out of bed, or while seated in a sturdy chair, I want you to practice gentle hip circles. Lying on your back, bring one knee toward your chest. Then, slowly and gently, circle that knee 5 times in one direction, as if you're drawing a small circle on the ceiling with your kneecap. Then reverse it for 5 circles in the other direction. Switch legs. That's it. This simple, non-weight-bearing movement lubricates the hip joint and gently reminds those tight muscles to release. When you do this consistently, you will start to notice a profound change in your walk. You'll feel a new sense of ease and fluidity in your hips. Your stride will naturally lengthen. You'll find yourself walking with more confidence, with your head held high, enjoying the world instead of just navigating it. Margaret took this to heart. She started her day with her hip circles and made a point to walk on the grass in her backyard. A few weeks later, she sent me a photo of herself, beaming, at the top of the highest hill on her favorite park trail. She hadn't just regained her balance, she had reclaimed her freedom. This physical renewal is powerful, but it's only half of the story. The most radiant, youthful women I know have a certain spark, a light in their eyes, and that light is almost always fueled by our third secret, the neurological spark of connection. As we get older, our social circles can naturally contract. Children grow up and move away, we may lose a spouse, or dear friends may relocate. It can be easy to find ourselves in a routine that is quiet and, if we're being honest, sometimes lonely. This isolation is more than just a sad feeling. It's a physiological drain on our vitality. Loneliness increases the production of cortisol, the stress hormone, which accelerates the aging process at a cellular level. It robs us of our joy and can leave us feeling flat and invisible. I worked with a woman named Susan, whose husband had passed away a few years prior. She was healthy and independent, but she told me her days felt gray. She said, "I miss laughing. I miss having a story to tell at the end of the day." Her spark was dimming, not from a lack of health, but from a lack of connection. Here's the beautiful science. When we engage in positive social interaction, our brain releases a hormone called oxytocin. This is often called the bonding hormone or cuddle hormone. Oxytocin is the direct antidote to cortisol. It lowers stress, promotes feelings of trust and well-being, and literally makes us feel happier and more alive. Furthermore, engaging in conversation, sharing stories, and listening to others is a powerful workout for your brain. It strengthens neural pathways and keeps your mind sharp, flexible, and young. The solution isn't to force yourself to be more social. It's to start with tiny, manageable acts of connection. I call it the One New Conversation Challenge. This week, your goal is to have one small, pleasant conversation with someone you don't know well. It could be asking the cashier at the grocery store how their day is going, and truly listening to the answer. It could be complimenting a neighbor on their garden. It could be making a phone call to a cousin you haven't spoken to in a year. The goal is not to make a new best friend. It is simply to open a small window of human connection. When you do this, you are sending a powerful signal to your brain and your body that you are part of a community, that you matter, and that you are seen. Susan started by making a point to chat with her mail carrier every day. Soon, she was talking to other neighbors who were also out getting their mail. It led to a weekly coffee clutch on someone's front porch. She told me with tears in her eyes, "I got my laugh back, Emily." She hadn't changed her life. She had simply opened the door to it. That is the spark we are all seeking. So you see, looking and feeling 10 years younger has nothing to do with chasing the past. It's about fully and beautifully inhabiting the present. It's in the dignity of a tall posture, the freedom of a fluid stride, and the light of a genuine human connection. These are not grand, difficult tasks. They are small daily acts of self-respect and love. Your age is a fact, a testament to a life lived, a journey taken. But how you feel, how vibrant, how strong, how joyful you feel, is a choice you can influence every single day. You are a woman of wisdom, strength, and enduring grace. Please never forget that. I would love to hear from you. What is one small step you will take this week to cultivate your own vitality? Will you try the wall slides, the hip circles, or will you take on the One New Conversation Challenge? Share your intention in the comments below. Your journey inspires us all, and your voice is a vital part of this community. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Until next time, be well and be wonderfully you.